Hello, welcome to the Art of Public Speaking. My name is Byron Poehler, author of artofpublicspeaking.net, the website designed to help you advance your public speaking skills. Today, we're going to be talking about giving examples. Giving examples throughout your public speaking presentation is one of the most important and critical ways to perfect the art of public speaking. Examples are crucial in helping the audience understand and comprehend the often complicated subjects that you are averse in. Examples help the listener in three different areas. For starters, examples help to support your original statement. Also, illustrations help the listener to understand the main point. Further, examples help the listener to remember the top-level subjects that you go over. Examples are a wonderful way to support and back up the original statements that you make. Throughout your presentation, you will be making various statements of fact and opinion. Both can be supported through examples and illustrations. Examples and illustrations provide an alternative perspective to the situation. A statement of fact can be validated with factual information. The statement of opinion can be supported with real-life demonstrations or sightings. Whereas a listener only has your word to go on without an example, an illustration provides further backing for the subject matter that you are supporting. Illustrations are the best way for an audience to comprehend your subject matter. Bear in mind that you are an expert on what you're presenting on. Perhaps you've been in the subject area for many years. Maybe you have a diverse and deep background in it. Or you might be the resident expert in the specifics of the topic. Either way, there is a good chance your presentation will have features that are difficult to understand for the average listener. An example, preferably a real-life example that a listener can relate to, will allow the audience to understand your subject matter. Examples are a speech's great equalizer. They provide context to each and every statement. Lastly, examples help the listener to remember and retain. With subject matter that is complex and multifaceted, a listener will have a difficult time recollecting and reciting what was presented. Since the goal of a presentation is almost always education, recollection is very important for the audience and attendees. Communication skills training implores the speaker to strive to help the listener by providing useful information that can be applied. Examples allow the audience to have a memory tool to attach the subject to their mind. A listener is more apt to remember the example or story rather than the main point. However, the example gives the listener the context to remember the overall subject matter. So, what is a good example? Well, for starters, a good example is one that is applicable to the majority of your listeners. Do your homework and know the demographics of your audience. Prepare your examples ahead of time and ensure that they are applicable to who you're speaking. Also, focus your examples on generalities, not necessarily on specifics. The more your example relates to a general concept, the better chance it stands to get remembered. And your example needs to be convincing. While your content might be considered by many to be esoteric and enigmatic, a convincing example will allow the audience to stay engaged and focused on your information. The power of the example in the art of public speaking is one to implement in each and every speech. Your audience will remain engaged and retain a significant amount of information if you provide them with good examples and illustrations. You've been listening to The Art of Public Speaking with Byron Poehler. For more tips and tricks to help your public speaking skills, visit artofpublicspeaking.net.